Hey y'all, it's Noah with Bearded Hillbilly Outdoors, and in this video I want to discuss with you what the last skinning knife is you'll ever need. Stay tuned. Tonight, I want to discuss what my opinion, I have a lot of opinions, is the last skinning knife you'll ever need. It's the last one you'll ever buy. First things first, you gotta have a Pepper. Science says that a Dr. Pepper a day keeps the doctor away. I'm not a doctor, but that's science for you. This knife is actually not a knife that you can go buy at Academy Sports or Walmart. And people said they already turned me off. I have cleaned all of my deer just about with an old timer sharp finger or an Outdoor Edge with the replaceable blades. I've got one of them. Both are good knives. But this knife, I think, has surpassed those knives for me, in my opinion. And that knife is made by a friend of mine here local in North Carolina. It's Sims Knife Works, and you find him on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram. He makes knives out of high carbon steel. To me, that's the key to a good knife, is it being good carbon steel. A knife that won't rust is not a knife that's worth having, in my book. That's just my opinion. I like to see some discoloration on the blade. I like to see a little bit of rust poke through, because that lets me know that knife has good steel. It's going to sharpen well, and it's more than likely going to hold an edge well. So this knife is made of high carbon steel. The knife itself is 6 3/4 inches long. That's what, to my measurement. And then the blade itself is just a touch. It seems like over 2 3/4 inches. This knife has become my favorite skinning knife, and you can see, actually, if you look, I kind of customized mine, and I wrote Bearded Hillbilly on the side of it. This knife, I forget what they run. This knife was given to me as a gift. It's the last skinning knife you'll ever buy. It's got a good finger groove in it. It's very ergonomical. The edge this knife holds is insane. I have cleaned 4 deer in a row with this knife. I've hit bones, I've hit everything, and man, this thing still holds the edge. It sharpens good, and like I said, it's small. You don't need a knife like this here, and it's going to be kind of comical for comic effect, but you don't need this to clean a deer. That right there is where it's at. And it's about the same size blade as my old timer sharp finger, which is very important to me. I like a short, small blade on a skinning knife when I'm skinning out whitetails. And I'm sure this sometime after deer season, I'll get to test this thing out on some of them bushy-tailed creatures that run around and eat up all your bait. This knife has changed what my everyday deer skinning knife was. I don't think anybody would go wrong buying this knife. Now, yes, this knife is going to run you more than your old timer sharp finger you buy at Walmart or Academy, or the Outdoor Edge with the replaceable blades. This knife, it's kind of, I look at it kind of like an investment. It's something you're going to have for your lifetime if you take care of it and don't lose things like I tend to. And you'll be able to pass this knife down to your kids. Now, when you buy one of these knives from Ryan, great guy, good knife, and I'm not paid to say this. I don't get any kickbacks off of saying this. I talked to Ryan, said, hey, I want to do a video on your knife, good or bad. I was going to say it. And so far, I honestly can say I don't think I've found anything I don't like about this knife. Maybe this little tassel here on the end gets on my nerves a little bit, but I can take that off. It has nothing to do with the functionality of this knife. I like the little finger well there. I like the swell that goes into your fingers. I mean, it's just an all-around good knife. If you buy a knife from Ryan, and he has all kinds of different designs, styles, whatever you're looking for, I'm sure he makes it. This one is called and I'm going to put it up on the screen for you because it sounds weird to say. This is called the Da Bum knife. Da Bum. This knife was actually designed by my father. The drawing, they was looking at building what they thought was the perfect skinning knife. And this is the knife my father come up with. It is sold by Ryan. And I don't say that because my father designed the knife. This knife is a genuinely good knife. He designed this before I even knew that Ryan was making knives. He had been working with Ryan for a long time on some other things. So this knife is a phenomenal knife. I think that both of them, with the craftsmanship and the design, I think that they've hit the nail on the head with the design of this knife. Now, go to Facebook, go to Instagram, Simms Knife Works, and you can message them there and order any of his knife designs that he has. I don't think you'll be disappointed. When you buy a knife from Ryan, it comes with a custom sheath for that knife, made specifically for that knife. I think you can order just the knife, but I know a lot of his pictures are shown with a sheath. Now, don't look at the one that I've got for this knife because I'm kind of basic, and I don't need nothing. I don't carry this knife every day. It goes in a bag. So this is the sheath I have for this knife. And it's going to be backwards to you, but on that side I wrote Hillbilly Gone Hunting. And then on that side I wrote The Bearded Hillbilly. It's just a basic knife sheath. These knives are made, again, by Ryan. The sheaths are made by my father. He is a excellent leather man. He makes all kinds of stuff. Hands of Leather Workshop. I think you can find it on YouTube. Facebook. And message him. He can make anything. I brought a few things for you to show you. So this knife that I just showed you, just as kind of a comical effect, he made this sheath for this knife for me. It's leather. Everything he makes is real leather. Ain't none of that fake junk you get. Real leather sheath, well-made sheath. And it is a sideways carry, mounts to the back. Yours will not say, if you get a knife from Ryan, it will not say handcrafted by Dad on the back of it like mine does. He makes knife sheaths for big knives. He makes knife sheaths that, like I said, this is just a simple, I wanted something quick, simple. He makes knife sheaths for these. And you'll see them all. He does all kinds of different designs. This is one for my everyday carry knife, which is actually in my pocket right now because I'm wearing my overalls today. I carry a case, Stockman, every day. And this is one he made for me to go on my belt. Good and tight. Fits good. I don't have to worry about the knife falling out. When you buy a knife from Ryan, what I'm trying to tell you is you're going to get top-notch knife and the top-notch in leather craftsmanship. And I don't sugarcoat anything. I gave some advice to a buddy the other day. He said, what's some marriage advice? And I told him, don't compliment bad cooking because you'll eat it for the rest of your life. I don't sugarcoat and I don't blow people up. If they're bad at something, they're bad at something. I've told my wife, actually, in some of the things, one thing she cooked, I think the only thing she's ever cooked I didn't like, I told her, I said, don't ever do that again. Because it just wasn't my thing. So if I'll tell her that, I'll tell you that. And in this package, you're getting a really nice combo. And so, on the leather side of things, you say, well, what if I don't want a knife, but I really like that leather work? Well, my daddy also, he makes leather earrings, which these, and I'm going to try to get as close as I can and not lose focus. Those were made by, let me try to hold it still, by him for my wife, I think maybe for Christmas or a birthday. They are, I mean, you see, that's a thick piece of leather. He makes these little earrings, and he does all kinds of designs. I think I've seen him make some with sunflowers on them, bigger, smaller, whatever you want. I don't wear earrings, so I couldn't tell you. But I know he makes these. He also, this is something that might interest you men, makes belts. This belt was made for me, I would say, before I got married to my wife. So I've been married in March, 5 years. So this belt's probably 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old. It's a water buffalo belt. And again, I don't try to blow people up. This is a good belt. This is the best belt I've ever had. I've wore this belt every day when I was laying block for a living in the concrete, and it cleans up nice. The only issue I've ever had with this belt, it's not even a flaw of the belt. It's a flaw of my French Bulldog. She got a hold of the tip down there and gnawed out some of the stitching on it. And this belt's held up nice. So my point is, I'm trying to hurry and make this a short video. My point is, look up Ryan Sims. If you want a skinning knife / probably do everything knife, because I know he makes all kinds of different styles, and you want to spend, you know, on a knife that it's going to last. I mean, you know, I bought other knives. You know, I spent $20 here, $30 here, you know. And I know everybody's going to say, well, they got that one knife they bought for $20 back in 1950 and they cleaned 3,000 deer with it. And that's fine. I know that. But I think in today's world, the quality of stuff you buy a lot of times in the store is not there. If you're looking for a good quality knife, and I think this could be the last skinning knife you ever use and ever need, it is this Da Bum from Sims Knife Works. And it is engraved there on the blade, and you may not be able to see it in this lighting. Sims Knife Works. Check him out. He's a super guy. He'll help you. You tell him what you're looking for. You know, what are you going to use the knife for? And Ryan, he'll help you out and get you set up with whatever you need. This is the Da Bum. I've seen something kind of, I don't know, like a miniature meat cleaver looking thing to me. I don't know. Anything you can think of that you might want that is a fixed blade knife, Ryan will set you up and set you up right and set you up good with it. I don't know what wood this is on these handles. I have no idea. I didn't, like I said, just come to me. But I know he makes knives with deer antler on them and various other handle materials. Check him out on Facebook and on Instagram at Sims Knife Works. If you buy a knife from this video, I don't get a kickback. I'm not sponsored by Ryan. When I talked to him about making this video, it was under the impression that I was going to be 100% honest about his knife. I'm not, so I don't get any kickback. If you do buy a knife from Ryan, tell him that you've seen this knife on the Bearded Hillbilly Outdoors. Let him know that I sent you. And it, like I said, it ain't going to help me. It ain't going to help you. It just lets him know, I think, where you've seen this knife. And I would like to hear back to know if anybody actually did order a knife from Ryan off of watching this video. Have a good day, y'all. And hey, if you like that video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you like all things outdoors, hunting and fishing, and how to cook your game, all those kinds of things, this is the channel for you. So why not subscribe, like, and share with friends and family, so maybe they'll get some enjoyment out of it. But until next time, always remember, a happy hillbilly is a hillbilly gone hunting. Thanks.